I'm here with Joshua Ryan Schaver, and Josh is going to be answering a bunch of awesome questions. He's super candid. I did a podcast about you a few months ago, and it was one of my more popular episodes. You wrote this really incredible thread breaking down your business and your funnel. You wrote this thread on Reddit. So you're going to answer how much money you're making, your revenue streams, your profit, all that stuff, that fun stuff. You have a really good funnel, really cool funnel. So you're going to actually explain your funnel. You have a nice tripwire in there. How did you get your first customers? How did you develop that funnel? How would you change your marketing if you were to start from scratch? What would you skip or add from the jump? And what then is in your marketing or growth plans that you are excited about? That's what we got on this episode. Joshua Ryan Schaver, thank you for being here.
Hey, man, calling me all three names, dude.
That's what it says on Instagram.
Yeah, I hear you. Josh is fine. Joshua's fine. So I appreciate you having me on here for sure. So I'm excited for this. And whenever I made the Reddit post, just kind of trying to share some general information about business. So I didn't really expect for it to blow up in the way it did, but it did, and now we're here. So let's talk about it.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. So, okay, how much is your business making? What are your revenue streams, your profit? How much are you investing back? And then and also, of course, what's your business?
Okay, so all right, let's start with the last question first, because I think it's good to kind of give some insight on exactly what it is we do. So 2020, we started what's called a microgreens business. And microgreens are adolescent versions of a lot of the vegetables everybody already eats. We harvest them really young. We sell them to restaurants, grocery stores, so on and so forth. 2021, I actually had hurt my knee. So probably about 9 months into business at this point, I hurt my knee. I'm out of work for 6 weeks. I decided to make my first social media post. Fortunately for me, I kind of been documenting my journey since day one. And that's really something I'd like people to take away from this is if you're in a process of building, document. Okay, even if it's not for social media, still document. That's something I'm grateful I did. So started documenting from day one. Whenever I made my first post on social media, I didn't even know it. I turned all my notifications off. It went viral, stupid viral. Like, I don't know, by the time I seen it, I had already had, probably 8 to 12,000 followers. I don't remember the exact part. Yeah, the exact count, but it was up there, man. And I was actually in the doctor's office, funnily enough, because they take forever in a day. And whenever I loaded TikTok back up, I forgot I had even downloaded it. I loaded it back up and it started going crazy. And yeah. So
what was your first post about?
My microgreens business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was on Instagram. This was on Instagram or TikTok? I think
this was on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yep. So it started out, and I didn't realize what hooks were, I didn't know any of this, but it started out biggest side hustle of 2021, and I was just going through some of my grow racks, and everybody loved it. So we had CNN reach out, bro. We had MSNBC reach out. We had local news reach out. It was nuts, and yeah.
Do you remember how many views it got?
I think 3.5 million, somewhere around there.
The reason that's impressive is because 3.5 million is not a lot, but you had all these major publications reach out to you just based off of it.
Yeah, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Do you remember, I would love it if you remembered what the hook was or what the opening was or what you actually said.
Biggest side hustle of 2021.
That was it. It was that. Did you write it or did you say it?
Man, to be completely honest, I just came back from Pennsylvania. We partnered up with another farm. We'll get into that in a bit. Outside of this trip, none of my content is scripted. I think maybe except for one piece. But outside of that, dude, I don't script anything, man. I just feel like there needs to be a real connection. And of course I edit, right? But as far as scripting, I don't write nothing down unless it's for educational purposes, inside a private community. But outside of that, man, it's just off the top. And this is what I do in real time, is what's getting recorded, and we roll with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's the way to do it. People like authenticity.
absolutely, man. So flash forward a little bit more. I'm going to speed this up. Um, we started the microgreens business, right? This post goes insanely viral. I start following it up with a couple other posts. They're doing numbers. Um, we reached probably within the first, I don't know, 30 days, maybe like 60,000 followers, somewhere around there on TikTok. Uh, insane growth. I think by end of year one, we are probably sitting around 200. So now we're getting into 2022, and I'm noticing. Uh, um, well, let me back up again. After this first month, or during this first month, the a lot of people are coming and requesting that we teach, that we show them a little bit of insight to the business, how to start, how to do their how to replicate this business for them. And I don't mind sharing that at all. So we did, and I quickly realized that, hey, look, this is an in-demand product. I probably should be charging people for this. So I slapped $100 price tag on it, and I followed up with a couple of phone calls. So I've had so many of these phone calls. We sold 20,000 like that first 2 weeks.
Wait,
So
each sale was a call as
each
well?
sale, yeah, each sale was a call. We
So
made 20 grand. We made
oh,
$20,000.
you made
I
$20,000. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So for some clarification there, I'll probably still be on the phone.
Yeah, yeah.
So each
I heard 20,000 sales for some reason. I'm like, what? So what 20,000 calls?
Yeah. So, and what I would package up is pretty much our complete how our complete operations, and writing a binder, writing a PDF, and we email it to them, marketing stuff. We'd email them, how to grow this, how to grow
So
that.
sorry to interrupt you. It was literally just a PDF, and
Literally, yeah.
and you put in graphics, or was it like very plain looking?
No, I did put in graphics, but
Okay.
just to give some more insight on that, this is from an operational standpoint. You want to be able to have something in your business to where you can grab that, hand it to someone else, and they can do that job. Does that make sense?
Of
The
course.
SOP and all of that. So that's what we sent them. We already had that for our own business. So it was easy just
Mm.
to, all right, we're going to take this, create a PDF file, and email it over. And that's what we did. So it was very simple, very straightforward. Yes, there were pictures. Yes, there were some graphics in there, but it was mainly, what it's supposed to look like,
How long was the
stuff like,
PDF, if you remember, like pages?
oh, it was, I think like 80 something pages.
Oh, wow. So that's a lot of
Yeah.
value. So so it was $100 for an 80-page PDF and a call with you.
And to call with me. Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy value.
Yeah, I didn't realize it at that time that we sold so many that like I had to stop. I pulled it immediately. I was like, no, we can't. This is way too much. I'm going to be on the phone for the next 3 weeks. So we couldn't, it's just, I realized that. And it's just growing pains. So that's kind of what started the digital side of this journey. And through that, I started realizing the power of like affiliate links, just and all around general marketing. So what I started doing was, between this point and the point that we started the seed
Well,
company.
before you continue, can you just share, because I want to get people excited for what you're about to share, like how much you're making right now.
I make, there's a few things that's changed since this last Reddit post. I've invested in another business, but if y'all want to get excited, I've made well over 500 grand since 2022. So I'm probably sitting closer to 600,000 at this point. Yeah. So we've definitely had some pretty good growth.
And what are the different, is that revenue or profit?
This is complete. This is on straight revenue.
Okay.
So the first business is my urban farm. This year we broke, or 2024, we broke right around 88 grand, which we downscaled a little bit. And I'll talk about why. The second stream is my seed business. That's the one that blows stuff out the water. We were just shy of 300 grand this year, 2024. Sorry again. And this is my third venture, is a venture where we take the microgreens. We've partnered with a farm that's got, great certifications, regenerative organic certification, USDA certification, and they powder grains, they freeze dry grains, and this allows us to take these grains and now we can ship them across the U.S. So I think year to date, I don't want to give out the full. It's into the six figures. I don't want to give out too much information. I'm only part owner in that venture there. So yeah, just out of respect for
that one.
Yeah.
That's all the revenue streams.
Well, I mean, there's some other, I call the little baby revenue streams. Of course, we have, we get paid from Instagram, from Facebook. We get, there's a few that do trickle in.
How much are you getting with Instagram and Facebook?
So believe it or not, Facebook right now is paying like insane, bro.
You're probably watching this because you want customers or users or prospects for your business. Definitely customers. Users and prospects are a great way to get there. I have great news for you. I just released the most incredible program showing how to do this. It uses SEO, search engine optimization, to target customers who are looking for exactly what you are offering. These aren't people asking why, what, when. These are people who know what they want. They don't know the brand that's going to give it to them. And so they're looking for your brand. They're searching on Google. They're searching on Bing. They're asking ChatGPT. This method works even for ChatGPT or for Gemini or for Claude. SEO is my favorite channel because you can target people with purchase intent. People who are cash in hand, they're ready to purchase, they're ready to use, they're ready to take a call from you. This program gives an actionable plan, not just definitions and explanations. It's videos and templates that are meant to be copied and adapted for your business. It shows how to get the results that I get every day with step-by-step breakdowns. I make it super clear how to do this. It's very in-depth. Lots of people are already getting huge results from it. People are making tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month from this. I hope you'll check it out. It's at compactkeywords.com. Back to the podcast.
You talking with other creators, it seems like they haven't got the same options that we have, but like I have ad sharing, I get paid on reels, I get bonuses. My best month from Facebook was probably $2,000. Yeah. So
how many views a month do you think you're getting?
That's a good question. So I'm starting to get a little bit more active on social media now, probably the last 2 months.
Views on Facebook specifically, like how many views you have to get for that $2,000?
Man, it's hit and miss, dude. It's hard to gauge exactly, tether a view count to the specific to that, but it tells you. So like we had one video where I'm growing just something simple as basil, and that did like 4 million views, 3 or 4 million views. And last time I checked, that video payout just for the video was $600 something, $680. And then, of course, we post multiple times throughout the month. So that's where you'll see them stack up.
Yeah, of course. How much are you posting? How often are you posting?
Yeah, so when I'm busy, like when I'm actually engaged in social media, I try to post at least 3 times a week, 2-3 times a week. I used to post almost every day, and I encourage you that if you're hungry, if you really want to do this, if you got the ability to get that content out, post every day. But the last 2 months, I've been really busy trying to set this deal up that I just did. So I've kind of slacked off, but now
congratulations on getting the deal.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Now that we're that's all finalized, I'm getting a little bit more engaged back to the social media side. But the crazy part is the 2 months that I haven't posted, our numbers were still multiple 6 figures on social media reach, and I didn't post for 2 months.
So okay, we'll get back to your funnel in a moment. I also want to know what your biggest marketing channels are. If it's like social media, if it's something else. But so you shared your revenue. How much? And you said it was, I think, $600K over the last 2 years. Was just around that.
Yeah, you can say that.
So how much of that were you able to keep?
Okay, so this is where it gets really cool. I still work full time. So every dollar that is profit is put back into the business. Outside, maybe a couple little instances where, we had to come out some personal money to finalize an investment. So I took that back. But outside of that, every single dollar gets put back into the business. I'm trying to scale some of my competitors in this space, multiple tens of millions, and I'm trying to very quickly hit that mark. I want to become neck and neck with
The
them.
reason, so how you said every dollar of profit is invested back into the business. How much do you think that is? And the reason I'm asking so many times is because that was one of the things that you got. That was in the comments, I remember, of your post on Reddit. You said how much you made, and then you said like some of your costs, and people were like, okay, but how much is profit? And like lots of people had asked that question.
Yeah. So on
So
the greens,
so how much are you able to invest back, I guess, into the business? That's the question.
yeah. So on the urban farm side, we're running probably like a 71%, ROI, which is great. So for every dollar I put in, I get about 71 cents return on investment. Yeah. The green side, I'm sorry, the seed side, I'm running, it's a little bit smaller now that we've scaled up. We started out with just one seed, two seeds, and then now, we're 40 something seeds deep. So, that's a little bit harder to say, but this last year's numbers, and this is where you're going to have to learn a lot about business. The first year I had a profit of over 100 grand. I can't show that as a year one business. I don't want to show that. So what I did November, December, when I see that we've got excess built up that I don't want to pay taxes on, I put a bulk order in twice overseas. So I spent 100 grand. I spent that 100 grand. So we break even. This year, we had an excess of probably, I don't know, and a little bit more over 100 grand, but there's a few things that changed as well. So same thing. I can't show that right now. So we do pretty well. I don't want to say specific numbers. The Reddit's out there. And that's something that I'm learning as my business is going on. There's some things that you do want to keep close. But ROI on the seeds business is pretty good. For instance, a pound of sunflower cost me, let's say $3, right? At the bulk that I buy it, and then we sell it for $8.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that. I think you were talking about how your funnel developed when I interrupted you to ask you to share your numbers.
Oh yeah. So okay.
And also, quick question: right now, what is your biggest marketing channel? Like, is it social? Is it word of mouth?
Yeah, 100%. It's social, man.
So you
word of mouth.
So you stopped posting for, you said, like, how long? And
too much. Yeah, too much. Too much.
Crazy.
And I will say this too, like, man.
And your biggest marketing channel is social, and you're only posting 2 to 3 times a week too.
Yes.
Wild. And also, you have I think 415,000 followers on IG. What are you at on TikTok?
TikTok, we're close to 600 grand, 500 something thousand, 590, 580, somewhere around there. It's up and down.
What scaled faster? Was it like, for me, it took me a while to learn how to post on IG. And then once I figured it out, I scaled a lot faster on IG than on TikTok.
Yeah, so I'm quite the opposite, bro. The first video I did was on TikTok, and that blew up. I hit 400,000 followers before I decided to really start focusing on IG, on TikTok. So I was at already 400K before I started really posting on IG with purpose. That scaled pretty fast too, man. I think somewhere during that time, TikTok started changing things, and what used to work really, really well on TikTok, where we'd get, 250,000, 400,000 views, I started seeing we might get like 60,000 views, 80,000 views. And
what year was this?
This was 2020, late 22, 23. somewhere around there.
Hmm.
Because I really don't pay much attention to TikTok at now. Now,
Wow.
I really don't.
Yeah, because
I've
so
probably
Instagram is way better for you now.
Instagram is way better for me now.
Yeah.
And in terms of views, guys, you just really you want wherever there's numbers, that's where you want to be, right? This is a numbers game. Business is a numbers game. So if you could get yourself in front of an audience and generate eyes on your brand, that's exactly where
And
you want to
you
be.
have ads on your reels on Instagram as well. So you have ads on your reels on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, so we get paid from those as well.
Okay.
We get
And
bonuses. Yeah, so it's pretty
you
good. And
haven't
that's
noticed the ads affecting performance of the reels at all.
oh, that's a good question. I haven't paid attention to it enough to notice a difference.
Okay.
So like
I'm sure if it
just
was a
last
big difference, you would have noticed. So that means it probably wasn't a big difference.
no, not for Instagram, no, not at all, or not for Meta in general.
Dope. Dope. All right. So, okay. I delayed you
That's
long
all
enough.
good.
Yeah. Okay. So how did your funnel develop? You put out this PDF, charged
Yep.
$100 for it. And it was also a call. You sold 200 of these things, made
The first
20,000.
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. They're like insane that you were doing it. That you had 200 calls. How
Yeah.
long? Actually, just out of curiosity, how long was each call?
I gave them an hour, but I also
Wow.
I told them a lot, dude. There's so much information in that file. Once they went over that, I told them, look, go over this file. When you're ready to call, shoot me a text. We'll
So
call you.
did everybody take up the call, or was it like 50% or?
Yeah, maybe actually probably a little bit less than 50%.
Okay.
But some of the people just had a couple of questions, so they would text me, "Hey, what's up with this? What's up with this?" So those were very easy. And the ones that did call, we had one person, man, that scaled his business to like 100 grand. I don't know, probably within like 9 months.
Dope.
So it was nuts. It's awesome to see that as well. From me being able to start my own business and then just making a post on social media. And now, dude, I've probably helped.
So
I don't
wait.
know, dude.
Oh, actually, so I don't know if you said this, and sorry for interrupting, but so you sold 20,000 of these things, or $20,000 worth.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and you decided to make it in the first place because you put out this TikTok just on a whim, and it went viral surprisingly. And then everyone in the comments was like, "Tell us how you do this." So you made a PDF.
Yep.
And then how did you get distribution for that PDF that you made?
So at this point, you were allowed to have a link, I believe, and if not, if we hadn't reached that part yet, I think it was like 10,000 followers. You'd able to put a link in your, I believe. I
In
may
your
be
bio.
wrong.
They changed it
Yeah.
to when I joined at the end of 2022. You had to have 1,000 followers to have a link in bio on TikTok.
Okay.
So maybe
So
they
there's
reduced it.
Yeah, that may have been the case, but I had so many DMs, so I literally have a copy paste message, bam, 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 just straight going through. I might spend an hour going through hitting, copy paste reply. The if I didn't have that link, because sometimes I'll still to this day I'll look through my messages because now that we have such a large following, there's no way I'm gonna be on my messages all day every day. So I can't do it. So that's really the distribution was through TikTok, either the link in the bio or in combination of people sending me a message. So I'd send them a copy paste message, copy paste this into your browser. Bam.
That's crazy. So people really wanted this. Like the conversion rate must have been very high.
Dude, our conversion rate, I could tell you right now, our conversion rate's insane, bro. And talking to other e-commerce businesses, it seems like we're well outside of the norm for this. But yeah, it was very high. Right now, let's run the last 365. Conversion rate. Oops, I'm on the wrong store. I got 3 Shopify accounts tagged into my. All right. Last 365 days conversion rate 6.43%. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Wow.
a standard conversion rate's like 0.5 to 2.
Wow.
That's the average. But back to distribution. So through TikTok, link in bio, through DMs, that's really where I ran that ebook and the call offering. Did very well. Like I said, the first couple of weeks we sold 200 of them. We made a fast
Okay,
20
wait.
grand.
I've another. My mind is racing. What do you attribute to your high conversion rate?
Oh, that is another great question, dude. I've never gotten these questions before. I could tell you're business oriented for sure. So I appreciate the questions because they're unique. Um, I think really at that time, you talk about luck being prepared and having that opportunity. That's what people consider luck. I really think we were lucky. Um, and honestly, you have to look at that whole time that was going on. People were getting insane checks from the government. People had a whole lot of time to spend. People were bored. Um, so, just because of that, and I really think that was the ultimate factor to why the video performed well, why the comments were majority teach me how to do this, and then why we had such good conversion rate on the back end because people had the time, had the resources, and had seen the opportunity to do this. So I'd say that was the probably the number one reason back then why we had such a good conversion rate. Yeah. So
And
just
now?
now I really think it's got a lot to do with one with how our funnel has changed. So we stopped doing that deal. Um, Beyond and really before I jump into this, I'd like to kind of give a little bit of a get to that point, right? So in 2022, June of 2022, this is when let me back up again. In May of 22, I start noticing some of my affiliate numbers that's coming in are declining. So I started looking into it and being somewhat new to this. I'd really I'm winging it, bro. Like even now I'm winging it. Like I got a plan, I got a destination to get to, but I'm going to try this. If it works, cool. I'm going to try this. If it don't work, let's change it. So the affiliate numbers came in and they started dwindling. Like, what used to be a $2,000 affiliate account a month is like, 1,200. And I'm like, nah, something's got to be going on here. So I started looking back, and the affiliate deals are for people that come to my page, right? They'll get that free ebook. I'm sorry, they have purchased that PDF, or they'll get a free ebook, which is what we offer now, and they'll
How
go
long
through.
is a free ebook? The PDF was 80 pages.
Yeah, the free ebook's like 5 pages, but
Okay.
there's links to, backlinks to my videos. There's links to now my products. There's affiliate links in there as well. So there's a few things in there that take the place of those 80 pages.
The free ebook, is that your link in bio, or do you have
Yes.
several links in your bio?
I have several links in a bio, but that is, I think, like number one or number two. It's number two right now just because of this other deal that I did. That's kind of what I'm pushing hard on right now.
So when your free ebook was like number one, were you saying in your videos like get the free ebook to learn more? Or...
That is a great question. So something I noticed on TikTok, whenever we got that opportunity to put it in the bio, link in bio was kind of like a taboo thing to say. Yes.
You couldn't even write it in the comments, actually. Like I think the
Really?
comment would get hidden if you wrote link in bio, on TikTok.
Yeah. So we put like I used to do a lot of lives, and I would put like resource and profile. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of twist it. Resource and profile. Check out my resource and profile.
That's smart.
Yep. But now I don't even do that. I don't put it. What I do is we have if it's a video that I've know has performed well, I'll say like comment farm and I'll DM you whatever. Right?
You're using ManyChat.
No, I'm not, dude. I don't even trust ManyChat. I'm doing it all by hand. Copy paste, copy copy paste. I've seen some of other creators talk about where they'll tie in ManyChat in and other programs like ManyChat. And I don't know if it's a difference between, I'm not sure at all. But their accounts get throttled. Their accounts even can get banned. So I'm just worried about.
Really?
Yeah.
I have several friends who use it. It's just on my to-do list of like one of the many things that I need to do, and I haven't set it up yet, but that's very interesting.
I've looked at it, man. I'm just so,
I'm
crazy. Hesitant. Yeah. And I'd say probably the number one reason why I'm really hesitant is because a lot of my attention comes from social media. So I don't want to.
You don't want to mess with it. Yeah.
I've seen what TikTok did. So, like, why would I fix something that's not broke? But I do agree. Something that would help streamline the process if Instagram came out with their own service to do that, I would utilize that. But tying a third-party service.
So wait, one of you literally have. I'm gonna drill down into this because I'm considering. This is on my to-do list to set this up. So you literally have friends who have implemented ManyChat, and their reach decreased, or like what happened?
So they get flagged. If you send so many messages a day, it flags it. There's something that flags. So they'll get restricted accounts. They'll get warnings.
Are they cold sending accounts, or are they cold sending messages, or are they only sending messages to people who comment something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only messages to people who comment something.
So people comment something, and then they get AI. Oh, then they get a message because they get a DM because they commented.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
And it's kind of like an automation set up through ManyChat.
I wonder if they had if there's like they could put in like rate limiting, or like they could like just limit it at the beginning, like, okay, only do like 5 of these a day, then scale up to like 10 a day, then 20 a day. Like maybe maybe it went like too well for them at the beginning.
Maybe I don't know.
The lesson is for anyone putting in ManyChat, like research this.
Yes.
To see if you can find other stories like this. Check the Instagram marketing subreddit. I'm going to do that myself before setting up ManyChat. That's I have several friends who put it in, but like, you don't want to be that 1% or 5% bad case scenario. Like, it sounds trivial because I'm sure, like, if you're listening, you probably know other people, and you're a creator, you probably know other people who have successfully set it up, as I know several who have successfully set it up. But you don't want to be that like 1% bad scenario. So that's very interesting to hear.
Not going to be good for you. And specifically in my case, like if I do a video like that, one, the video is very liable to get, 500,000 to 3 million views. And two, I'm going to get over 1,000 comments. So I don't want.
But you said you're doing that yourself? You're replying to 1,000 comments yourself?
Yes, I'm going down the list.
Wow.
So I could go through, like, I could put newest first, and then I just start bam, 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 copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste.
Yeah.
Because you could do it right there. It gives you the option to reply to the comment or message the person. Message, copy, paste, scroll up, message, copy, paste. That's a pretty quick process, man.
Yeah, I suppose it won't take that long for 1,000.
And I don't sit there and do all, I'm not going to do that. If that was why not get ManyChat if that was the case? But
or an assistant, yeah.
Yeah. So just do a few at a time, and that's it.
Okay. All right. So okay, I keep getting distracted by it.
That's good. That's all right.
Yeah. Because I like, on this show, I'm always going deep into the details when possible. Right. Because I think that's something that so many other podcasts don't do. They hear like a statement. Oh yeah, we had this viral video. It popped off, and the host is like, cool, and then they move on. But I'm like, well, what was the content? Like, did you try other things before that? Like, what was like? Did you test different hooks? Like, how did you get to that point? Like, how can other people replicate that? So, like, I like getting more details so people and myself can like replicate any success stories. So you had the PDF, It was
Yeah.
80 pages. Then you made a
Yep.
free ebook. It was 5
Yes.
pages.
Yep.
And the ebook had your affiliate links in it, and that was doing okay, but then it started not doing okay, and you started looking into why it wasn't doing okay.
Yeah. So, and quick flashback on that. When people use that link in bio, right, it is the first, encounter that person's going to have with wherever you're sending them normally. So, they come to my link in bio, or they go to get the link out of the PDF, whatever. They're going to go direct to that site. From that moment on, they don't have to use that link anymore. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I started seeing a decrease on my
Because
affiliates.
people thought that you changed what was in the link in bio, and people were like, "Oh, I already clicked it, so I don't need to click it again." Is
Well,
that
no,
is that what you're saying?
not at all. So
Oh.
in this specific instance, we're teaching people how to start a microgreens business, right? So the links could be to seeds, our seed sources. The links could be to our tray sources. The links could be to our light sources, right? And once these people go to those brands, they don't need to get there through
Oh
my
no, okay,
links.
okay.
Does that make sense? Did I explain that one?
If they're going to those brands, you should be if they're going through your links, so you're getting the commission.
Yeah, but this is a business where people have to rebuy seed. So in specific, or rebuy lights, buy more lights as they scale up, buy more seed
And
as
you
they
don't.
scale up.
And it's not ongoing commissions.
Correct.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. So
Yeah.
I seen that, and I reached out to one of the brands. I was like, hey, look, I sent them screenshots. One of the ones was on TikTok, and I could
Could you
share
move
this
your
with you.
mic a little bit closer to your mouth? Sorry about that. Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
cool.
way
So,
better. Yeah.
all right, where do we leave off at?
So people, you don't get ongoing commissions.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So one of the brands I reached out to, I'm gonna take a look at this. I can shoot you this screenshot too if it'll help. Put it up in the video.
You could just show it to the.
I can't do that.
Oh, you can't do it. Okay, yeah.
You'll have to block the name out.
No, it's all good.
Okay, so I sent him a screenshot April 27th of 2022. So I was off. I said May. It's actually April. I started looking into this. Said, hey there, a couple of questions regarding the program. Can we chat via the phone in a bit? And I sent screenshots of my TikTok analytics at the time. And the analytics were for 60 days. The engagement, video views, 6.1 mil. Profile views, 271,000. Likes, 337,000. Comments, 3,929. And shares, 24.8K. My follower account at this time in 2022 of April, 236,000. So 236,000, I approached this brand with the intent of no longer doing an affiliate deal, but doing, swapping to like a brand ambassador deal, right? Or swapping to something to where I can get a fixed number. And at that time, honestly, like I would accept it probably, I don't know, they could have paid me like $600,000, $800,000 a month. And I'd have been content with that. I'd have been, all right, cool. I see my numbers already dwindling. My affiliate account for this brand already dwindling, and they were having issues issuing out payments.
How much did you say a month?
In the beginning, just for this one,
you said when you were saying that like 600,000 a month. Is that what you said? Or did you say $600 a month? Or I heard 600,000 a month.
No, $600.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
$600.
Yeah. As a
That's
brand
the number.
ambassador.
Yeah, as just to put out a couple of videos, and at that time I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but I know that I see my affiliate numbers dwindling clearly. So I know that this river is gonna dry up.
Yeah, got it.
So they reached back out and they're like, yeah, for sure. Let's touch base. So we get on a call, and this is what I pitch them. Hey, look, let's do a brand ambassador deal, something like that. looking for a specific number. I already shared my analytics at this point, and right there on the spot, they gave me a code to run. So this code at the time, my TikTok handle was Bagel Finagles. So it was bagel and then some numbers after that, like bagel 15. I don't want to give out the specific one, but the, this is now in May. Fast forward a little bit. I said, hey, have you had it? What's the status on this? What's going on? They ran it for a week, the code for a week. And we had 15 people use it. We generated 1,600 in sales. And I found out later through talking with these people, that out of those 15, 5 were brand new. So I brought 5 new customers to the brand for one, and 10 were returning, but they used the code. So clearly I brought those customers to the brand too. You know what I mean? So at this point, I reshoot analytics following 60 days. So now we're in May 20, so 1 month later. Numbers are video views, 7.5 mil. So we're going up. And my commissions are going down. So we see video views at 7.5 mil, profile views at 309,000, likes 419,000, comments 5,600, shares 31,000. My follower count is 246,700 and some change. So just from April to May, we grew 10,000 followers, a little over 10,000. And they commented, they reached back and said, hey, look, we want to keep you on as commission. So right there, as soon as that message hit, I commented back, and they tried to tell me that break down the analytics for me. This is where I found out that 5 were new customers, 10 were repeat customers. They said that they gave me that back, and then I just replied and said, hey, you realize those 10 are repeat because I sent them to you. This is fine. Have a good day. Immediately after I sent that message, I hung up, and I'm married. I'm going on 15 years married. And so I called my wife. I said, hey, we're starting a seed company. Just like that. We're starting a seed company.
Wow.
Yeah. So this was late May. We launched June of 2022 with our first sunflower seed. And
so what was your business? Or did you have a business when you made that first like side hustle post that blew up? Or it was just like this was literally something you were doing for fun?
No, it was, I call it a side hustle, but it was LLC'd. It was insured. You know what I mean? So, But for me, I still work full time. So anything I do outside of that full time, for me, that's a side gig.
Sure. And so what's funny now is, so they weren't compensating you properly. So you're like,
Nope.
F these guys. And
Yep.
then you started your own seed business, and now that's your biggest revenue stream by far.
Yeah. And I'll say yes, it's the one that I own solely. This other venture that I'm partnered up with, it's going to far outtake that, I think. But
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. All right. So what is your exact funnel right now? Or like maybe the funnel for your best funnel, or maybe your 2, if you have several, your like top 2 funnels or top 3 funnels. And then I also want to ask you, like, how would you change if you were to start again? Like, what exactly would you do? So first, I want to hear your funnel now. And then,
yeah. So, all right, you want to hear my first thought on what the changing, what I would change?
No, I want to hear what your funnel is
funnels
right now. Yeah.
All right. So my funnel, I don't have multiple funnels. I don't do that. My funnel right now is simply
like
ebook.
Where does it start with like awareness? Or where does it start with awareness? Or does it take time for people to convert? I'm sure that does. Like all that stuff.
So I guess the top of the funnel would be social media, right? TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and then beyond that, they'll get into if they get the free ebook, cool. Because ultimately, now that I have a seed business, I want to focus on getting my link to my seed store, to all the products that I have. I want to get those links into as many people's
So
hands.
to be more detailed, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and you say comment seeds to learn more, or whatever your word is.
Yeah,
Then
100%.
then you send them when you are responding to them. What is the message that you are responding to them with? Are you actually sending a link in the comments, or are you saying like check out the link in bio?
Yeah, so I can send them the link on Facebook. It's pretty cool. I could shoot that link straight in the comments, no issues at all.
Because on
We've learned
Instagram
that.
you can't put links in the
You
comments.
can't. Yeah, so that's where I kind of leverage in the comment section, or in the description. I'll say reply farm, reply seeds, whatever, and I'll send you a free ebook. And then as you go through those comments, you have the option right there to message that person. So
On
I
Instagram.
can message, yep, right in the comment.
So you're DMing, like you get 1,000 comments on a video saying your word. You're DMing 1,000 people.
Over the course of maybe like 5, 6, 7 days, yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that explains a lot. And you're DMing them the link to the ebook. Where is the
Yeah.
ebook hosted?
That the ebook's hosted on my Shopify site.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
And so in the ebook, then you have links to your seeds. You have links to everything else. And this
Yeah,
is a free ebook. And you're sending.
Yeah.
Do you know like approximately how many people have gotten this free ebook?
I could tell you my email list is over. We're if we haven't passed 25,000, we're very close.
Okay. Because when they get the ebook,
I
get
get the email.
ebook. Oh, you do.
Yes.
So you're not just saying here's the link. You're saying go to this page, put in your email, and then they get sent the ebook. Or maybe they
Yep.
just get the ebook after they put in. Do they get emailed the ebook, or do they just
Yep.
get the ebook immediately after putting their
They get emailed the ebook.
Okay, because some people, what they do is they literally like they don't validate if the email address is real. If someone puts in an email address, then they get the ebook right away. That's like the next page.
Mhm.
And so you actually do it. So they put in the email address. You have a message that says like, "Great, check your email for the ebook," and then they
Yep.
actually get emailed the ebook. So you get their
Yep.
email. Okay, great, awesome, cool, very cool.
Yeah. So we've
yeah.
been able to capture quite a lot of emails just for that.
Yeah, sounds so. That's great. Okay, so and then you have links to your stores and to affiliate products and to everything from
Yes.
that. So that ebook is like the biggest driver for you now.
Yeah, so that's what we have, top of the funnel, social media, drop it down into the ebook. And one of your questions that just popped back in my head was, why do you think your conversion rate's so high? Well, it's because people are looking for the product. So that's another reason why.
As
I
in,
think
like,
that,
they're searching TikTok, they're searching IG, they're searching YouTube Shorts,
no,
they're searching Facebook.
well, they've come across something that they're interested about,
Mm.
and they get hit with exactly what they're looking for, right? And then they're going through that
You're
ebook.
satisfying a need.
I'm satifying a need. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
You don't
I
have
think
to.
that's-
You don't have to do that much selling because this is something that people want.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, that selling's done through social media.
We call in tech we call that product market fit.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it is set up now. And of course, there's some, on the back end, like if somebody abandons a cart, we've got automation set up. I don't want to bore people, but it is important information if you're trying to do anything e-com related. Make sure you set stuff up like that. The brand I'm partnered with now, B Micro, they take it to an extreme, bro. They have like so many softwares set in that reclaim this and retarget that. Like, it's well above what I do. Yeah, nuts for sure. The cool part though is as people go through that ebook, and for me it's really cool. It's probably boring for some of the people watching, but I could see where people get the free ebook as a product, and then you can see also where they'll come back and they'll buy seeds, maybe a business kit, so it's really cool to watch them transition from a free product to now they're a paying customer.
What's interesting to me is, you talked about a more extensive and complex funnel with retargeting and all of that stuff. And that's just the type of thing that it takes time to develop a strong funnel. to learn new software, to figure out what works, to get ideas from other entrepreneurs that you're speaking to or marketers that you're listening to. It just takes time to build that stuff. Like, you're how many years into your business now, and this is the funnel that you have, and then like, who knows what your funnel will look like 3 years from now. So I guess you're 4, you had your first video in 2021. So you're, is that what you said? Was it 2021?
Yeah, my first video was in 2021.
So you're 4 years into this business, or 3.5. Yeah.
But I really didn't start taking it serious until probably 2022, we'll say early 2022, because
all right, so that's like 3 years to develop the funnel that you have now. So it took you 3 years to make this funnel. And I always say on the show, like, people give up way too quick. Like, it took you 3 years to get to this funnel. And I'm sure that this funnel is, no offense to you, is a piece of garbage compared to what it will be 3 years from now.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing that's mind blowing to me is, there's companies that invest millions into funnels. And I just got a simple social media page and a simple free ebook, and it's freaking printing money.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I just want to stress, if you're listening, don't give up. Keep going, because you're going to learn something that's going to be game changing for you. And then a year later, or 6 months later, 3 months later, whatever it is, you're going to learn another thing that's going to be game changing. Yeah. All right. So how would you change if you were to start from scratch? Right now, January 2025, you were to start all again. What would you do?
Oh man. On the social media side, I wouldn't, honestly, dude, I probably wouldn't change anything, man. Everything that I've done.
Would you continue posting 2 to 3 times a week? Or if you're starting new accounts, fresh accounts, or you're going hard, you're posting 3 times a day? What are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So starting fresh on social media. And that's something I did too. I posted every day. I went live every day.
You went live?
Every day.
So you would still go live?
Absolutely. And honestly, I see a lot of sales come through that as well. Now I don't go live. I went live 2 days ago.
When you were going live and you were doing sales, people would ask you questions and you would be like, oh, get the ebook. It's free.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's something I would do. I'd post, I would max all the social media out. I'd post. You have someone that did an interview, I forget with who, but they're like, yeah, we're putting out 100 pieces of content a day. That's, I would do that.
I share that. I literally saw that from me.
Probably.
Because Mr. Beast, what happened was...
that's what it was, yep.
Yeah, Mr. Beast talked to Instant Bollywood, and Mr. Beast was like, what? You're putting out 100 posts a day? And Instant Bollywood is like, yeah, literally Facebook told us that we could. We're doing 10 posts an hour. Facebook told us we could do it. And Mr. Beast was like, how many impressions a month are you getting? My guess is 3 billion. And Mr. Beast was way off. They're getting 9.2 billion impressions a month, posting 100 times a day. They're at 31.5 million followers, 120,000 posts, 9.2 billion impressions a day. And the lesson there is you can post as much as you can, and you're just going to be rewarded for it. There's another guy, he grew from 0 to 1 million followers in 2 months. He was posting 12 times a day on IG. I don't know if there's a cap for TikTok. This is just for Instagram. I don't know if there's a cap for TikTok, but even on even on TikTok, I've posted up to 9 times a day personally, and it was fine. So yeah, post a lot. That's number one. If you were starting again, you would post a lot.
Yeah, and definitely. But I'd also you have to make sure the content's decent, right? You can't just post subpar content and expect it to achieve those type of numbers. So that's one thing that I'm glad.
But if you're very authentic and you're sharing good stuff, then it's still
absolutely 100%.
But dude, I've seen some crazy stuff, and I'm sure you have too. When I started on TikTok. I opened the account that I'm using now. I opened that November 1st, 2022. But before that, in October is when I actually started posting for the first time with a different account, just messing around and trying to learn it. And I think it was day 5 or day 6. And I came across this girl, and she was clearly doing lots of drugs and stuff. There was this girl in Russia, and she had the big fake lips, and she was posting these parties and pills and all this stuff. But or just her eating, or like her being like weird or anxious or all this stuff. And she was posting, I don't know, I think it was like 6 times an hour on TikTok. It was something crazy like that. And I watched her before her account got banned. And I think it was because, she was posting a lot of like, she was posting drugs. She was posting
Illicit.
illicit stuff. But I watched her grow to like 90,000 followers. And I think it was in like 4 days or something, like and then she got banned. It was just such crazy growth. Like every time I refreshed her following number, and so many people were commenting. They were like, yeah, that was insane. So yeah, she was posting, and the reason I even share that is because it's like, what is even good content? Like,
Yeah.
that's because like. So actually, it's really funny. I saw that and I'm like, I can do this. And so I'm super clean. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. But like I wake up at 6 a.m. and try to go to sleep early. I read books and meditate and journal. But so I'm posting like 7 times an hour or something. And it's like, this is my shoe. Like, it's like here's the food in my fridge. And it's literally, all of her videos were this is what was so crazy. All of her videos were like under 5 seconds. So it was like a single shot.
Wow.
All of her videos were no cuts, just 1 second. So it was like a 1 to 5 second shot of her life. And she was doing, I don't know, like 7 to 10 of those an hour, just a ton of those an hour. And it was literally like these 1 to 5 second shots of her life. It could be her face. It could be what's in front of her. It could be her makeup table. So I tried that with myself, like me putting on my shoes, me typing on my laptop, me opening the fridge, taking something out, like me walking. And I was living in Rome at the time. So me walking and then turning up to see some building facade, like all this stuff. And what happened for me was really funny because I'm not this like the hot girl or like this girl with these fake lips or stuff. I'm like this super clean guy who lives like a monastic lifestyle. What happened for me was at the beginning, I started, when you start a TikTok account, TikTok will give you views to keep you on the platform. And so with the first few posts, I got like a bunch of views, and very quickly, because of my lifestyle, I was getting like under 10 views per video. And then I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, and after like, I think 2 or 3 days, I'm like, okay, this experiment didn't work out. And I shut down the account.
Yeah, that's funny. And I think that's really what I mean by good content. Content that is
that
engaging.
Engages. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So if you were to change, you would post a lot, and then you would just keep your funnel the way that it is.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, it's taken some time to get to the point to where our funnel does what it does. So I think that you have to tweak things. You have to try this. Does it work? No. Change that. Change this. Change how you said that. And over time, something that I've learned in my method of making videos, I see like certain hooks that do very well. So I try to incorporate some of those hooks. One of them being, oh man, one of them is actually hilarious. Like, take a look at this comment. I've got like a list of 10 videos that do numbers every time I post. I think that's something I mentioned in that Reddit as well.
What did you say? What did you say your hook was?
Take a look at this comment.
Take a look at this comment. Really?
Yeah, that's one of them. I had them wrote down because we just used them, but that's one of them.
So wait. Take a look at this comment, and are you showing the comment like behind you? Okay.
Yeah. And I show the comment.
Are you green screened, or it's just like you're replying to a comment?
I'm replying to a comment. Yeah. Take a look at this comment.
That's so funny. Take a look at this comment.
I swear, bro. And
my friend Chris Kerner, I don't know if you follow him. He's like, look at this guy. I think that's what his hook is, and he just uses it for every video. Like, look at this girl.
Find a hook that works for sure. Another one is like, if you're wondering what we're doing, normally I'm normally engaged in that video. I'm doing something, right? It might be drilling. It might be I don't know, planting something. But if you're wondering what we're doing, that's another one that's engaging. Yeah, there's like 10 of them, bro. And these are I call them pretty much like the golden videos. It doesn't matter. Some of them I filmed at 21 and they still do numbers today.
Incredible. Incredible. Yeah, actually, I repost my videos just all the time.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
do it. But you'll see over time, like if you got a certain video that you've posted 3 times and those are your best performing videos, take some notes out of that video. What's gonna resonate? What's resonating with the audience? What do the comments look like? Because I mean, the value is in the comments. That is something I know I put in that Reddit. The value is in the comments, and that's exactly what's led me to do what I do now. So just kind of let's go over that real fast. So whenever I just started doing phone calls, right, and PDF, what led me to also just beginning the seed company as well, is we started getting a bunch of people were like, hey, we need another option for seeds. All right. So, in the back of my mind at register, I'd see that comment quite a few like, hey, we got bad seeds from this place. It's registering in the back of my mind. So you see that so many times, eventually you're going to realize there's a business opportunity right there. So that's another reason why I went to them people. Hey, look, it's much easier for me to strike a deal with you than it is to start my own business. So let's strike a deal. They didn't want to strike a deal. I started my own business, and yeah, they could have bought $300,000 a year business for 600, 800 a month.
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy. And I like what you said about paying attention to the comments. Something that I've say is like, even if you don't know what product you're gonna sell, just like if you're into social or if you want to share, if you're like making videos or making posts, just make what you want to see. Pick a niche, like narrow down. Pick a niche? What's your spin on the niche? What's your main platform? What content type are you focusing on? And then just go hard. And eventually people will comment on what they want. They will literally, as you develop an audience and figure out what you like to talk about, people will tell you what they are interested in.
100%. Yeah. The value is definitely in the comments. And even transitioning out of that into this new venture, some of the best performing videos that we've had too is like talking about uh, the pharmaceutical industry, the health industry, right? And those videos tend to do numbers. So looking into that, and I'm always tying it back into my business. So looking into those comments, how can we get this? Dude, I've had straight celebs like we got Kyrie Irving following. We got Andy Ruiz, which is the champion boxer, following. We got UFC fighters. I got like 2, 3 UFC fighters following. Um, we've had some crazy people reach out to us, man. And
They've reached out to you, not just follow.
well, yeah, some of them have reached out. So we
Cool.
got this one girl. I don't remember her name at all. She's stunning, bro. She's beautiful. She's a model. Um, she's Mexican. Jalen Oledo or something. Man, I can't remember. But she reached out, and this is what sent me down the current path. How can I get your products? At the time, I'm growing microgreens. That's the video she's asking about. She's wanting to know how to get microgreens. I can't ship these. I can't ship them. It's a raw product. I can't ship them. So it got me thinking, like, how can I do this? So I started looking into that. And at this whole time, people are also on that video validating that. Like, how can we get these? Where can I order from? You know what I mean? So now my focus for I want to say like the last 6 months has been how can I get this product in a shelf stable state to where I can bring it to the marketplace because it's a wanted product. And if you don't believe me, you look at AG1, you look at all the other, powder grains companies that's on the marketplace. Microgreens, the benefit over those other types of powdered grains is the nutrient value. I mean, they're astronomical compared to the fully grown vegetable. So how can I do that and be able to ship? I started looking into this. I say 6 months. It's honestly probably been about 9 months. But this partnership that we just entered, we started in October. We started talking in October, negotiating in October, and we finalized it right before 25. So right, at the end of December. This is going to allow me to take that product and ship it across 50 states. So that's This is where, you talk about niching down instead of being widespread, talking about A, B, C, D, right? I'm only talking about A, but I own a company, right, that grows microgreens. I own a company that sells seeds for microgreens and supplies other farms for microgreens. And I own a company that sells freeze-dried microgreens and ships. So I think that's an important thing too, is really looking for value in the comments and being able to double down on that.
Dope. Amazing. Yeah. So, okay. We're just past an hour, and I want to ask, you gave us the past and the present, tons of detail. I really appreciate that. I'm sure that the listeners really appreciate that. To the future, what in your marketing or your growth, like especially strategies, are you really excited about? Something personally that I think about is like, I think about all of these, like how I'm going to grow and all of these different growth mechanisms that I'm going to be putting into my businesses. That gets me super excited. So what about your, especially marketing strategies and growth strategies, are you excited about?
Implementing more automation. I'm really excited about that. And on the products like ManyChat, I think it's a great product if it's safe. So I really want to implement more like that. I want to reclaim a lot more time.
Are you using Zapier?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to educate me.
Do you know what it is?
I'm vaguely familiar with it. Now, I will say this. I've used, oh man, what is the rebranded website they got out? It integrates with Zapier. It's
All right,
like,
I'll suggest an automation. I'll suggest two automations. So Zapier, I haven't hooked it up to Instagram, but I use Zapier very often.
Okay.
Zapier lets you basically integrate applications to one another. So if you want to trigger on one application to trigger something on another application, you can do that. Or like maybe it's just something as simple as somebody puts their email onto your website, that goes to Google Forms. And then once it's also in Google Forms, it triggers this other thing to happen. So then they go down this stream. Now there's lots of different email software that can do that, but you can literally do that yourself with Zapier, or you can have like the email in Zapier trigger something on your website, or you can literally use Google Sheets as a database. Zapier is a super useful tool, especially if there's not a tool built to take care of your use case. And just like Zapier is amazing. I would also recommend, this is personally what I do. I make my video with a tool called Descript. Descript takes out all the gaps between words automatically, and it automatically removes all of the retakes. So I say something and I say it like 5 times. Descript only uses that last one. Just makes editing really fast, really easy. I'm able to put out more content faster, and it's still good. Descript also removes like the background noise. It makes audio sound good with studio sound. It green screens you, has all these different features, but it makes editing really fast and easy. So I make my videos with Descript. I export, and then I put the videos into TikTok. And TikTok uses its AI to recommend music based on the subject matter of the video, based on the way that you're speaking, based on the lighting, based on all sorts of things. And it recommends really good music choices for your videos. And so if a video has music, and I would say like 50% of them do, the video starts on TikTok. And then I have a tool called reusevideo.com. That's actually my affiliate code for a different tool, but it goes to this tool, reusevideo.com. I'm a huge power user of it. And I literally love it so much that I bought a domain name, reusevideo.com, and I 301 redirect it to my affiliate link because it's a lot harder to actually say your affiliate code in videos. So this reusevideo.com redirects to my affiliate link. And what it does is it makes it so your video comes out everywhere. So it drops on Instagram, and then it comes out to all the other social media platforms and Google Drive. However, Instagram doesn't like it if you post using an automation tool, because these automation tools have shared IP addresses. It's really shared IP addresses that are the problems. So my video comes out on TikTok. That makes it automatically come out onto LinkedIn, onto Snapchat, onto Pinterest. It comes out to all these places. But for YouTube Shorts and for Instagram, the video comes out from TikTok, goes to Google Drive. I download it from Google Drive. I have a backup of all my videos now stored in Google Drive because of this automation. Download it from Google Drive, and then I upload it manually to Instagram through the app and to YouTube Shorts through the app. And TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts are the only manual uploads that I do. But it makes it super easy. And then, like, every now and then, I just go through videos that have performed well in the past. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't shared that one in a while. Let me find it on Google Drive. I download it off Google Drive, reshare it to IG, goes viral again. And like, that's been, if you're not using that or something like that, that's been incredible. Oh, and the videos it takes from TikTok are without the TikTok watermark. That's very important too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's very important. And you can use free software. Like, you can literally Google download TikTok without the TikTok watermark and use free software and do that. But I like it automated so that I don't have to do that for every video that I put out. So if I put out 7 videos in a day, all 7 of them get backed up to Google Drive, come out on Snapchat Spotlight, come out on Pinterest, come out on LinkedIn. And I so that makes it really easy.
I'd like to know Snapchat Spotlight. What's your thoughts on that?
It was better before. It's not as good for me now as it was in the past. Okay. However, it's literally just like, I don't do anything. My videos come out automatically onto Snapchat Spotlight. Like, I literally don't do anything.
Yeah, that's good. I got them all wrote down, bro. I'm definitely.
How is Snapchat for you?
So I've used it before, and I think that people they're not going to Snapchat to learn about side hustles.
I feel the same way. I think Snapchat. I think Snapchat Spotlight, or it's just Snapchat in general, it's more about really like mindless entertainment.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing is like, it's just like stuff that you watch and zone out.
Yeah. So
people are learning though on TikTok and Instagram for sure, and
100%.
YouTube Shorts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've seen your friend Conor. Yeah, he's crushing it, bro.
Yeah.
Like I like.
Well, what's
like
crazy about him is, so before he was crushing it, he like, we did a call. Like, he's like, so what I found out about him through the Hustle newsletter. They wrote a piece on his like Buc-ee's business. And then I made a video about that. It went viral. He saw that video, and I reached out to him, and he ignored me. But he ignored me. But then he subscribed to my email list, and so he got my emails every week. And he's like, "Oh snap! This guy knows what he's talking about. Like, this Edward guy is amazing." And so he emails me out of the blue. He's like, "Yo, I read all of your newsletters. You're awesome. Sorry for ignoring you before. Like, I want to learn about how you're growing on social media. You talk about it all the time. I want your advice." And so we talk for an hour. I'm like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I've learned. And he's like, cool, I'm going to do it. And so he does it. And like, in literally a year, the dude grows with a new account. He grows to 500,000 followers on IG, and probably around that on TikTok. And he was already big actually, I was going to charge him for that call, but I didn't charge him for that call because he was crushing it on X. And I'm like, all right, knowledge swap. I'm going to share with him what I know, and then I can learn from him what he knows about X. And he shared with me what he knew about X. And he already had like social media success with X, with Twitter. And he just took what he knew, what he had learned with X and Twitter, and then started doing that with Instagram and with TikTok. And yeah, now he's at, like, we talk all the time. We're talking right before our call, right before this.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But so he started with that call, and now in like a year he's at 500,000.
That goes to show, man. Anything, it doesn't take long. If you have a good strat, you can scale it for sure, 100%. Now, I'm sure his email list is going crazy as well because
It's been going crazy. He has a lot of great automations in, and yeah, Chris is crushing it. Something that he does really well too, and I do this myself sometimes, and every time I do it, it works really well. Is part of his success is like he actually, a lot of his success is he has a never-ending amount of interesting business ideas.
Yes.
But then he shows them in the background of his videos in ways that are hypnotizing and engaging. So like if you have like those like power washers who go viral all the time, he'll talk about a power washing business, and then he'll have the power washing videos behind him as he talks about it. And like those videos are hypnotizing. And so like he's breaking down the business, sharing his thoughts on it, and he has the cool, entertaining, engaging videos right behind him.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
sure I'm sure you've done that too.
I have. I've done a couple of them where I'm green screened in and something behind me is happening. One of the videos I've done is like you have to be doing this, or if you wanna shut down big. Oh, I'm incorrect. It's I'm being targeted and shut down by TikTok. That's when TikTok started to taper off, and we would get account warnings for reposted videos. That's like, what? I just posted this 3 months ago. It's a good video. Now you're telling me it's illicit content. So
Wow.
yeah, so that's one of the higher performing videos.
Have you ever lost an appeal on TikTok?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I've lost many of them.
Oh, and
Yeah.
so how many strikes do you have?
Uh, it got to the point to where whenever I made the video I'm talking about, I had account warning right underneath my username. So
Actually, I woke up to that yesterday morning. Like one video got flagged, and so I appealed it, and then my appeal was successful, and the warning sign disappeared. So I've never lost an appeal.
Yeah, I've lost them.
I'm very dude. Like,
and
what sort of drugs were you like? What were you posting, bro?
Reposted videos, man. I just the standard stuff that I post, bro. Nothing.
Really? Like seeds?
Yeah.
Like agriculture?
Seeds, how I grow sunflower.
What?
Yeah. I swear, dude.
And you appeal this, and they're like, "Nah, you can't."
Denied. Yeah.
What? Because you're reposting somebody else's video, or what?
No, it's my video. I own the
They
video.
don't let you repost your own video. I repost my own videos on TikTok literally like exactly all the time.
I do. Same here. But sometimes my videos get flagged for some weird reason.
Crazy.
I had one to where like I went to the mailbox, and this is when I first started out in the business, my microgreens business, and or in 21 when I started recording, and I had a bundle of checks. So I'm like, mailbox money. They flagged that one. And that one started to do like amazing.
Damn.
It hit like 300K. And it was my first 3-minute video. They flagged it.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's really annoying.
Definitely, 100%.
In the future, you're looking forward to automating more things.
Yeah, and it's not just digitally too. Like in my own business, because I think that's something important. We talk about reclaiming time. Well, as entrepreneurs, you're wearing many hats in the beginning. So if you're going to do this, if you're going to do that, if you're going to do this, you want to be able to automate, put some type of process in on the physical side in real life, as well as on the digital side, on the internet, through social media, stuff like that. So it's something I'm going to lean more into for 2025.
Are there any specific automations that you're like thinking about that are like top of mind for you?
100%. One's being a seed filling machine. That's one. That's a priority. Right now we're selling anywhere, like 5,000 to 20,000.
Sorry, I mean automations, especially within marketing. And
within marketing.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely, like I mentioned earlier about ManyChat, I would love to use a product like that. I think it would really help me. One, I mean, I'm not perfect. I am going to miss some comments. So I think it would help me really hit everybody that I can, maximize my reach. Two, one of the other automations I'd really like to integrate in is through some of my like Shopify stuff. Um, there's a software that I've been made aware of to where if somebody abandons a cart but leaves some type of information in, this software could go in and can text that person like, hey, whatever, and try to reclaim that cart by. So there's a couple of different automations that I'd like to play with, but that in general for 2025, this is kind of where I start to kind of maximize performance and the capability of what we've already set up. So we pretty much established a good ground level, and now we're just trying to build on it.
Okay, I have one more question. What were some of the biggest failures in marketing attempts, like things that were huge lessons that other people can learn from?
That's a really, really good question. Oh, oh man, failures in marketing attempts. So there was a period in time to where I did want to automate some of this process, and I couldn't. I didn't have time to even look into it. So we hired people. We'd hired like a marketing person, and she did well for a while. And then we hired another one, and he did well for a while. But I think that for me, my failure would probably have to be me not being trustworthy or me not having trust for another person coming into my business. I think that's one thing that I need to work on or expecting, as an owner, we're always going to do more than somebody we hire, than an employee, right? So as far as marketing, I think that my failure would be maybe even trusting the wrong people, because sometimes we've done business with people that, say they can do X, Y, and Z, and then, you put money behind ads and it doesn't pan. Don't
So
pan out.
if you were to give yourself advice to you back then, right when you were starting this initiative, what would you say to yourself?
On the marketing side, solely on the marketing side,
Yeah.
man, I really don't know. That is a good question. I really don't know.
Okay.
I'm kind of lost on that. This whole thought process there of I really don't know. Everything I've done seems to have worked out pretty good. So, like, asking me what I could have done better or could have done better, I don't know, man. I really don't.
No, it's good. I just some people have good answers for that. Other people are more like move forward, move forward, move forward.
Yeah, always. I mean, like
Yeah.
progress is, you definitely want progress, but for a specific event, like I
Like
can't recall.
the truth is you got to make mistakes to get to where you are now.
Yeah, 100%.
Like we said, it takes time to build up that funnel, and like your funnel's only going to get better.
And I think too, like you're not going to learn without doing. So, you can educate yourself. And you talk about this as well. Matter of fact, I think I seen the video right before this call where you talk about, the competence killer, right? Where someone, yeah. So I think that's a big thing. Like you can try to educate yourself as much as possible, but until you start engaging, you're not going to figure out where the kinks are, what you need to improve on, uh, and establish a good baseline to learn from.
Just got to start. Josh, thank you so much for being here.
I
Stay on the
appreciate it.
call after this. I'm going to do the wrap up for everybody listening, but stay on the call because your video has to upload once I hit stop recording. But everybody, thank you so much. If you watched on YouTube, Josh, thank you again for being here. Oh, where can they find you?
Instagram, Bagel Finagles, TikTok, Bagel Finagle. That's the two most followed platforms, or just Google.
Okay, and please also share your links, and I'll share whatever you want in the description for this episode. There will be some links in the description for this episode. Everyone, this is episode 573 of my daily digital marketing podcast. 573 days in a row, 573 episodes. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And I will talk to you all again tomorrow.
Peace.
Bye now.